YB stays on your neck.
He's on my neck.
Okay, hey, Anthony Joshua was supposed to change the sport. He's supposed to never been taken down. What do you think? He was supposed to be indestructible. Can he come back?
In boxing, anything can happen. Any given night, anything can happen.
Anything. So you think we may see him back?
Oh yeah, I think can he bounce back? Absolutely, but like I said before, in the sport of boxing, shit happens.
Okay. So who's the best fighter in the world? A lot of people are saying Deontay's the best heavyweight fighter. Would you consider it to be him or Andy Ruiz? And that being said, are you still the greatest? But out of those, you're still in retirement. So out of those people who are fighting, who do you think's the best?
Mayweather Promotions. We're the past, the present, and the future of sports and entertainment. All I gotta say is one thing: 23 years. I did what I did. I'm not here to knock no fighter. All fighters just...
Yo, my dons, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and obviously hit the bell for notifications. Now you may be wondering, why did YB cut that interview short? Is it for copyright reasons? No, that interview got shut down because Floyd is as boring as you like. Yeah? If you notice where I cut off the last part of that little interview, he starts going on, yeah, man, I've been in the game 23 years, man. I've been doing hard work, dedication. No one gives a blow about them same ass dry lines. You've been saying them lines for about 10 years. Seriously, them same ass dry lines. I don't get it. It's like he's lost his brain. It's like when you get to a certain amount of money, you get all these millions and whatnot. The Illuminati take your brain out and put a clone in there. This man just says, is it just me? Maybe it's just me. Is it just me? Whenever Floyd speaks, Floyd, what do you think about Anthony Joshua? Man, I've been in the game 23 years, man. Yeah, man, cock-a-doodle. You get that? I'd love to, I can't actually remember the actual things, but he has like a script, he says. He has an actual script where he'll go through each one of the, TMT, man, yeah, we got the best fighters in the world, bro. What? You got no fighters in the world? Yeah, and not being funny. Tabiti got levelled. I thought Tabiti was pretty good. I've got to call a spade it. I thought Tabiti was the business. The way you see Tabiti on them pads and that, and in the Mayweather gym, and Floyd Senior, yeah, boom, boom, doing that quadruple jab. I'm thinking, man, yeah, Floyd Mayweather Senior, money team, them ones there. 2-2s, Tabiti iced. No breaking the fall. This was an ice spinner. This was a Fury special. Yeah? Ice spinning Fury special. Straight out. Wow. Yeah? And now it's interesting. I'm going to get to the topic of the video, but I thought I'd give you some background because I don't really get to speak about Floyd a lot because, listen, he's not in the press a lot. And when he is in the press, we hear the same dry bars we've been hearing for the last 10 years. Man, yeah, man, I've been the best for 23 years, man. My money team, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit on the fence on this one, man. Yeah, he can bounce back. You can take it L in boxing. He can bounce back. Yeah, we just don't know. Yeah, it's the boxing. Yeah, anything can happen. All this business, all this, it's a definition of fence sitting. He'll sit on the fence and then just spin it into a question about him. That's what he does. That's the best way to actually put it. He sits on the fence, and then, at best, if he does come off the fence, it'll be because he's talking about himself. And even then, even if he does get off the fence to talk about himself, it'll be the same dry ass bars we've been hearing. That we know it's like he's got nothing going on in his life. It's like he's got the same things going on. It's mad. Maybe that is the case. Anyway, as I was saying, it does make sense now why he's keeping Gervonta Davis under lock and key. I couldn't get it. I thought, why is Gervonta not fighting Lomachenko? Why is Gervonta not fighting Tevin Farmer? Many of us think Gervonta would win that fight because Farmer ain't got a lick of power, unfortunately. But it's like, what is he hiding him for? Now we know. The money team, after all that hard sparring, it seems like the money team have left all of their chins in the Mayweather boxing gym. That's what it seems like. In the doghouse. All the best parts of their chin has been left in there. Or, I don't even know what it is. Listen, all that pretty pad work, it just doesn't work out when you get in the ring. The only person that seems to work for is Floyd, to be honest with you. And Floyd is an all-time great in my opinion. He's just a very special individual. And I'm not being funny. apart from Tank, and even then, Tank hasn't been under the money team anyway. Tank's actually had his own trainer from Baltimore come over with him. So he's not even really part of them ones there. But my point is, they're hiding Tank because that's all the money team is. And I think Tank can become a pretty big entity, possibly can, because he's that good. I think. He's got power. He's got devastating power. Them midgets don't normally have devastating power. He's a 130, 135er, and he's got bad hands. He's like a little Mike Tyson almost. But he's got that Floyd Mayweather's kind of swagger as well. He can do both, which is interesting. Plus, at them smaller weights, there's no one really doing much. Lomachenko's alright, but we've seen Lomachenko get put down by Linares. Linares was as shot as you like as well. Imagine what, and that's why really what frustrates me even more, because we should be seeing these fights. We should be seeing Lomachenko at 35 versus Tank Davis. And this is the other thing. Floyd Mayweather says, "Oh man, we ain't got to rush. We ain't got to run. We ain't got to rush." Yeah, you have got to rush, and that's what frustrates me about the fans. We should really have the power to force these things, and that's why I always give respect to Dana White. Even though he's a big, massive juice head, I still give him respect because he gives the fans what they want to see. We don't have to sit here speculating. And in a way, I guess that's probably why I don't really cover UFC much, because there's no drama. You get what you want to see, or at worst, you have to wait a year, and you know it's coming in a year. As an example, if someone's injured for 6 months and then they have to delay stuff, you know more or less within a year you're going to get what you want to see, or you're going to get a better alternative, or an as good alternative. Instead, in boxing, we're sitting here, and I'm pretty sure Tank Davis will never fight Lomachenko, or if he does, he'll fight him when Lomachenko's about 45-year-old. And the worst thing is, it will probably do pretty good numbers as well. So it's shocking, really. It's shocking, but anyway. Let's now get to the topic of the video. I've kind of killed what I was going to say, because in reality, it's kind of irrelevant what's going to happen with. It's kind of irrelevant what he had to say about Anthony Joshua, because it's the same lines. Yeah, man, anything can happen. Anything can happen in this boxing. He never gives. This is my criticism of Floyd. He never gives any specific information, and he makes that he doesn't watch the fights. Floyd, you watch the fight, especially now you're retired. You ain't got nothing to do. You trying to tell me that a fight was on and you didn't watch it? You watched it 100%. In fact, he was there at Wilder versus Fury. So anyway, I just don't get Floyd. I don't get why. It's like he loves himself so much. The feeling I get whenever he answers a specific question, he gets asked a specific question. What do you think about Anthony Joshua's loss? And most people will answer that question. Floyd, he believes he's so valuable, he's worth so much, that even though he's asked a specific question, any answer he gives, because he's so valuable, he can give any answer that's not even relevant, and people will still listen to it. That's how gassed I think he is. I think he believes he's above actually giving an answer. Does that make sense? He thinks he can just dish out some generic pill sort of response. Yeah, man, anything can happen. It's boxing. Anyone can bounce back. Yeah, we're not asking you if anyone can bounce back. We're asking you, what do you think of Anthony Joshua's loss? What holes do you see? And I think Floyd's a particular individual, because he's a student of the game. He's got a lot of skills and whatnot. He's got a lot of stuff that I'll never have, obviously. So it'll be intriguing to see what he actually thinks about AJ. What does he think? Is he another one who thinks he needs to leave his trainer? All this sort of business. I would have liked Floyd to have gone into it a bit more, rather than just sitting there and being gassed off yourself and loving the sound of your own voice. That's what it is. He loves the sound of his own voice, because you never get any value from Floyd. That makes sense. All you get really, all he wants to talk about is himself. That's the bottom line. He only wants to talk about himself. Like the man says to him there. Okay, so Joshua lost. Who do you think the top heavyweight is? Who do you think the top heavyweight is? Wilder or Ruiz? And Floyd goes, and then, to be fair to Floyd, well, not to be fair, but the TMZ guy, this is the problem with these reporters as well. The first thing on their reporter's mind is to suck someone off. Because you hear him, the reporter goes, oh, who do you think's better? Who do you think the best heavyweight is? Wilder or Ruiz? And then he slips in there and goes, obviously, you're the best as well. You're the best for 23 years as well. And then obviously that gave Floyd the way out. Because instead of answering the Ruiz and Wilder and heavyweight question, Floyd Mayweather then ends up talking about, oh man, well, you know, I'm the best for 23 years. Yeah, I've been the best, and I've been doing hard work. I've been in the gym. I've been making money. I'll be with the girls. I'll be at the girl collection. Yeah, I'll be at the girl collection. P. Diddy tried to get in for free. I told P. Diddy, he ain't coming in here for free. You better bring y'all money. Yeah, you better support y'all black industry. Yeah, I told that cheap ass nigga, you better come up. All this business. We're not answer the question or don't. Fair enough. Okay, you don't want to answer the question. Well, don't go on TMZ then. Don't tell TMZ you got some time for them, and then go on there and talk about yourself. Because we get it. You're rich, man. We get it. You live in that life. Well, actually, if I'm honest, Floyd is actually a bit of a side man, if the truth be known. All jokes aside, he's got all that money. He's not bad looking, but he's got women. Women will smell it on him. He's got he's not that confident. He's always got to be the loudest in the room. He's not one of them. Females will smell him as a trick. I'm telling you now, and the evidence is there. Miss Jackson played him. Miss Jackson mugged him off. Didn't even want his children. That goes to show. As an example, there's broke people, there's broke men. Well, I tell a lie. They're mainly fox anyway. What I was going to say was, if you get a woman gassed here, she will want your baby regardless. She will want it. Never mind going to the clinic to get rid of it. That's how much game Floyd hasn't got. He's a millionaire, famous dude. And women are getting rid of his children. That's mad, in my opinion. That shows that he's moist. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's moist. The dude's moist. He thinks that having money turns him into a gallus. No, they're just there for the cash. They're there to collect. They're there to change their lifestyle. And that's the problem with Floyd. He don't understand that. He thinks people are with him. No one's with him. People are just there for the money. I bet Floyd ain't got one real friend. I bet he ain't got one. Or maybe he's got one. That's it. But anyway, that's here nor there. Floyd, I think, in this generation, in the last 20 years probably, the best fighter ever. But outside of the ring, he's a bit boring, man. Really is a bit boring. I think once you've seen Floyd one time, once you've seen Floyd once, you've seen him every time, more or less. We didn't really get no information from him on the actual AJ subject, unfortunately. And especially after the fact that AJ and Floyd, they spent quite a lot of time together. I remember when AJ went to the US, he was at Mayweather's gym. They hooked up there. I think they went to the club together. And also, in the UK, they did that meet and greet together. So I thought he'd have a bit more substance to say, but obviously not.